Bat Mitzvah, the largest Bat Mitzvah celebration in the history of Wizo, Florida. It gives me much nostalgia and honor to have my own daughter here tonight as one of the Benot Mitzvah. It seems like yesterday when I myself was on a stage like this one, singing similar songs and honoring the values of our precious Torah. This is the beautiful bond that keeps us united from generation to generation, no matter where we are in the world. Tonight, it gives us great pleasure to welcome and be accompanied by Rabbi Ariel Yeshurun, the parents of the Benot Mitzvah, families, friends, and joining us from the Wizo Florida Board, Wizo USA Co-President Rosita Retenli, Wizo USA Vice President Judith Groisman, Wizo USA Vice Chairperson Ruthie Benoliel. Welcome all. Please look at the screen for a video.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים ונתן לנו את תורתו תורת אמת. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים ונתן לנו את תורתו.
I was born in England. When I was 9 years old, my parents got divorced, and me and my brothers and sisters, we moved to Israel with my dad. At the beginning, it was the worst thing in life. My dad didn't find a good job. There wasn't a lot of money, so it was a bit hard. Like, if my friends would ask to go to a movie, I couldn't come. If I wanted to buy something new, I couldn't, because there wasn't enough money. Some people would have to get used to it. There's nothing to do about it. Now I'm 13. I couldn't even do a normal bar mitzvah because there was no one to pay for it. The other kids would do a big bar mitzvah and I couldn't do it. My dad needed to work a lot to make money for the family. We were quite alone at home. There was nobody to take care of us. So my dad thought it was the best for us to come here to Wizo Gan Vanoch. All of this place is green, lots of new kids, friends. One day they came up to us and said that they're gonna make us a bar mitzvah. They told us that we're going to Jerusalem and to the Western Wall. I just got really excited. I was like jumping up and down, just knowing that it's gonna happen. Do a bar mitzvah with all of my friends in the Western Wall. It's the best. All of that time I was thinking, wow, I'm finally gonna do it. It's gonna be my turn. I was so happy. I'm gonna be up there reading from the Torah. Read it as loud as I can so everyone can hear me. I'm finally gonna get into the Jewish world. I had so much fun with all of my friends. It was terrific. I could never ask for something better than that. It was really the best day of my life. Wizo is really special that they care about us from our bar mitzvah, and it's just great. I feel like I'm a part of Wizo. No matter what, Wizo is for us. And everyone feels a part of Wizo. There's no one alone.
This evening, we are celebrating our bonds of tradition by presenting to you our 48 Benot Mitzvah, who will accomplish their first major milestone, becoming Jewish women. For the last 7 months, they have engaged in countless lessons, activities, and mitzvah projects taught with love by Rebbe Sandovi Rubinstein and Moramilia Masubeo. We hope these experiences will remain in their hearts forever. And now, I welcome our 2017 Wizo Benot Mitzvah. Everybody please rise for the United States National Anthem and the Jessi.
Good evening, and welcome to our 15th annual Wizo Community Bat Mitzvah. Tonight we are gathered here to honor our entrance into womanhood according to the Jewish faith by becoming Bat Mitzvah. After 7 months of intense preparation and studying in order to achieve this glorious day, and thanks to our teachers and devoted Wizo volunteers, we have learned more about our history, culture, and religion. Today we dedicate our Bat Mitzvah to all the children in the world. Hashem
mitzvah that is performed only by women. It is said that the flames grow taller or our prayers reach faster towards heaven.
Shabbat is one of the most important mitzvahs in Judaism. It is the only one written in the Ten Commandments. Shabbat day is referred to as the bride of all holy days, and it is a symbol of joy as we stop and rejoice in our lives. When we had a Shabbat with Dade, I got to learn and experience the meaning of a true Shabbat. It felt so connected to our roots and religion.
Keeping kosher shows your respect toward Hashem, and it represents Jewish law by explaining what foods one is allowed to eat. The word kashrut, which is written in the Torah, comes from the Hebrew word meaning proper or correct. A Jewish dinner table is compared to the temple altar. Therefore, a Jew who observes the law of kashrut is constantly reminded that he is a Jew.
Fasting on Yom Kippur, which is the holiest day of the year, is a mitzvah. We begin observing once we become bat mitzvah. Every year we commemorate Yom Kippur by spending the day praying, repenting for our sins, and fasting. On this day, Hashem judges you and decides whether to grant you a good or bad year. By fasting, a woman learns how to have patience and willpower.
If there is one area that identifies and unites Jews, no matter what their personal beliefs and practices are, it's tzedakah. In Judaism, actions are considered more important than faith. It is one's obligation rather than one's choice to help others. When you do a mitzvah, it brings joy not only to the person you are helping, but to the person doing the mitzvah.
The Torah teaches us that if one performs acts of loving kindness every day, it will make you a better person and will help make the world a better place. We in Wizo have raised money so that kids in Israel could become bar mitzvah. By giving tzedakah, we have made a difference in their lives. Thanks to Wizo, we have fulfilled and learned the importance and obligation of giving to others.
Wizo stands for Women International Zionist Organization. It is one of the strongest and largest organizations in Israel with more than 300 projects and 52 federations around the world. Wizo serves every need of citizens for Israel. It provides women with jobs, foster homes for kids, shelters for battered women, daycare centers, boarding schools, schools for kids with special needs, after-school facilities, homes for elderly, and many more programs.
Wizo has been an important part of my life for a very long time. All over the world, volunteers are fundraising for Wizo to help to support those in need. This summer, I had the privilege of visiting one of our centers near Ha'emek, a boarding school for kids who don't have a good home or a good education. Seeing with my own eyes the amazing job that Wizo does inspires me to follow in my mom's footsteps to become a Wizo volunteer. Wizo showed me the importance of helping others.
Throughout the Wizo program, we have done a variety of Wizo projects. The one that I enjoyed the most was visiting the elderly before Rosh Hashanah. Our main goal was to make the residents happy. We sang songs to them, told them stories, and gave them hugs and kisses. By visiting the elderly, we helped them with their friendship and brighten their day with a smile.
Another Mitzvah project we did was cleaning shoes to donate to less privileged kids. I liked it because it felt good to do a Mitzvah for a person we don't even know. The thought of imagining the faces of those kids receiving the shoes filled me with pure joy. Maybe for some of them it was the only shoe for the year, or maybe it was their birthday present. All I know is that when they received those shoes, they got very excited, and I was part of that joy. It felt great.
My favorite mitzvah project is Bikur Holim, which means visiting the sick. It is a mitzvah that all Jews are required to perform. During the Bar Mitzvah program, we dedicated some of our time by distributing baskets of fruits and vegetables to high lifeline patients to their homes. By performing all of these mitzvot, we put a smile on their faces and made them realize that people care about them.
My favorite mitzvah project that we did was going to Winn Dixie as a group and buying food to give to the kosher food bank.
The Kosher Food Bank is an open supermarket for Jewish families in Miami that are in need of food. To enter the facility and seeing the rows of donated food fills me with joy to be part of such a great cause. When you donate, you're not only making a difference in someone else's life, but in your life as well.
To assume. An important one is honoring your parents. It is said that when you honor the people who gave you life, you will live a life of peace and happiness. The Torah teaches us that one must respect the elderly among us. When you honor your parents, it means that you are respecting them and showing kindness to them according to the Torah.
As we go to mature Jewish women, another important responsibility is the creation and maintenance of a Jewish home. A woman's role in her home is very important. She should always be a good mother to her children, and she should lead her family in a Jewish way. The goal of every Jewish woman should be to follow her religion and heritage with honor and pride, and to instill those beliefs in her children for them to pass it down to the next generations.
As we become Bar Mitzvah, another important obligation is to teach others about our traditions and our Jewish heritage. Our history teaches us that the only method of survival is to remember and to learn from our past and from our customs and beliefs, so that we can make sure that our roots will never fade away. Tradition is an important part of our heritage, and we need to continue with it so that our religion will always survive.
An important mitzvah is about Israel, which means to love our promised land and its people. We are all one family, with one land and one destiny. Therefore, tonight as we become young ladies ready to take our place in society, we need to remember that the land of Israel is a gift given to us by Hashem. We need to preserve it so that our generations and the following generations will be able to live in peace and freedom forever.
Avi Hari Salutayani commandment. A bat mitzvah is a time in a Jewish girl's life when she accepts upon herself all of the 613 mitzvot of the Torah as she enters into womanhood according to the Jewish faith. It is a time when you start maturing and become responsible for your actions and begin to accept the moral and religious duties of Judaism. It is said that when a child is born, her soul enters the body in pieces and it is not fully completed until she reaches the age of 12. This is the time when the bond between you and Hashem is the strongest. That is why we celebrate our bat mitzvah at this time of our lives. We are celebrating the completion of our soul and the beginning of our path as Jewish women.
It is said that when you turn 12, all of your sins and good deeds begin to count and are written down in God's book. So from now on, we need to be more careful and respectful to others. Tonight we are making a commitment to Hashem that we will become better individuals by making conscious choices and taking full responsibility for all of our actions.
At this point, I would like to ask everybody to please rise, as together we recite Birkat Abanot. ישימך אלוקים כשרה, רבקה, רחל ולאה. יברכך השם וישמרך, יאר השם פניו אליך ויחונקה, יישא השם פניו אליך וישם לך שלום. May Hashem inspire our daughters to be like Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. May He bless them and protect them. May He shine His countenance on them and be gracious with them. And may He bless them with peace. Amen.
Having the honor of doing Bat Mitzvah is very important because we learn the basic roots of becoming Jewish women. Being respectful to your family and friends and keeping the Torah are priorities that we must follow as we turn into young ladies in our society. The Torah teaches us that if one performs acts of love and kindness every day, it will make you a better person and help make the world a better place. For me, becoming Bat Mitzvah means being responsible, kind, and humble in the eyes of Hashem.
Our experience with the Wizo community Bat Mitzvah has been unforgettable. As a group, we learned the importance of our Jewish identity and being a true woman of God. We were also able to participate in many fun activities together with our friends. We heard amazing stories about brave Jewish women who risked their lives for their people, and more stories about Holocaust survivors that left an imprint in our hearts. We will treasure these memories forever.
We chose to become Bat Mitzvah with Wizo because it is an amazing opportunity to share these incredible and important moments of our lives and our friends. We want to thank the Wizo volunteers and Rebbetzin Dade and Maura Miriam who put so much time and effort in making this experience the best one we could have had. They organized many fun activities which taught us the importance of doing mitzvot and good deeds. Thank you, Wizo, for this amazing journey. We will never forget it.
Tonight we are all filled with pride to have had the opportunity to participate in the Wizo Bat Mitzvah. This experience has molded us into young Jewish women. All of us are leaving here with different inspirations but with the same goal, to give tzedakah, help others in need, and involve ourselves in our community so that we become the new, strong, and proud Jewish generation of tomorrow. On behalf of the entire group, we would like to thank you all for being a part of this special day in our lives.
We are so proud of each and every one of you. This year, as every other year, we encourage the girls to undertake a fundraising mitzvah project. From filling pushkas, selling challah and flowers for Shabbat, t-shirts with positive messages, and offering gym classes are some examples of the great mitzvah projects our girls did. The girls all together have collected more than $12,000.
We would like to give a special mention to the 5 girls who raised the most funds. Shelley Waldenberg, Tammy Chehevar, Natalie Eskenazi, Vera Groman, and Eileen Burrow. This morning will enable many girls and boys in Israel to celebrate their bar and bat mitzvah like our girls did today. Thank you all. Now let me welcome our dear Wizo USA Vice President Rudy Benoliel to say a few words.
Good evening. Buenas noches. Wow, let's give another round of applause to these 48 beautiful young women, the largest Wizo, Florida Bat Mitzvah group in the history of the Bat Mitzvah since 2003. We're so proud of you. It is an honor to be here on behalf of Lilian Tabasinik, Wizo, Florida chairperson who is currently abroad, and share a meaningful moment with all the Bat Mitzvah girls, their families, and friends. Truthfully, I cannot believe that tonight we are celebrating the 15th year of the Wizo, Florida Community Bat Mitzvah. We have come such a long way since the first Bat Mitzvah in 2003. Do you know what 15 years mean? It means that 500 women, young women, have passed through the hands of this program, and we are privileged to share with them this experience. Some of them are professionals, some are married, and some are even moms. I am sure that today, after so many years, they're still applying in their daily lives much of what they learned throughout the Wizo Bat Mitzvah program, the 6 months of preparation to this program. Some of these women are here. So please, if you have participated in this program, please stand up and let us thank you. From 2003 to 2017, we want to recognize you for for giving Wizo the opportunity to prepare you for this important milestone. Wizo takes so much pride in teaching the girls to embrace Jewish values and Jewish identity, which prepares them eventually to be the future leaders. We also impart the importance of loving Am and Medinat Israel. We recognize that it's through the younger generation that we can only assure Jewish continuity. As we celebrate Purim this week, just like Queen Esther did, single-handedly save the whole Jewish nation, you, women, Bat Mitzvah girls, you have the power to turn challenges into opportunities and make this world a better world. Whenever you're giving the chance to take a leadership position, go for it. And take it with honor and pride, because there is a reason that this was offered to you. As you move on from the Bat Mitzvah program, we hope that you will continue to be involved with Wizo, because we have so many exciting programs for all age groups. And we need your help so that we can help Wizo make the difference in the lives of so many in need. Actually, we need everybody's help here today. Please take a look in your journals that you were giving today. They're all placed in your seats. This everyday hero explains different donation opportunities that we offer. Every dollar counts. So please, take a moment, fill it in. You can do it in honor of any of the Bat Mitzvah girls tonight and place them in the bins outside. The children and people in Israel will thank you forever. As you can imagine, there is so much that goes behind the scenes to produce an event of this magnitude. Over 1,300 people. I would like to thank everybody who has been involved, especially Carla Ishbak and Yvette Waldenberg, who is sitting there as a mom today. You girls have taken this program to even greater heights. Thank you. And now, to be closer, and let's get attending, please. Since we're celebrating the 15th year anniversary, we would like to call upon the ones who for more than 15 years ago had a dream of bringing together girls from all different neighborhoods, different backgrounds, and different Jewish affiliations, and unite them as one community, this community. Please help me welcome and acknowledge the three women who made this dream a reality. Jenny Kleinbaum, Mariana Blitzitzer, and Stephanie Eskenazi. Thank you. It is because of you that we're here today.
The three beautiful awards read the same way. The Women's International Zionist Organization presented to Jenny Kleinbaum, Stephanie Eskenazi, and Mariana Wisnitzer on the 15th anniversary of the Wizo, Florida Community Bat Mitzvah. Draw for the past, live in the present, work for the future. March 2017. Thank you so much.
All of you, keep close, guys. Move a little bit. Yes, great.
Please join us. Special day.
Rabbis, lay leaders, colleagues, friends, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. We are here tonight to celebrate with our wonderful Wizo Bat Mitzvah class of 2017. I know you've been clapping the whole evening, but please, one more loud round of applause. We are not only celebrating these soon-to-be young women, we are celebrating all Jewish women throughout history. We are saluting the brave and resolute, the resourcefulness and enterprising spirit of mothers, wives, and daughters. We are bowing our heads to the courageous women, the founding mothers of this institution, who were bold enough to dream and daring enough to act, so that every woman could demand what is rightfully hers and what has been endowed by God on all mankind, the right for self-determination and the pursuit of happiness and liberty. Purim is right around the corner. Esther stands defiant and resilient against prejudice and discrimination. She advocates on behalf of her people. She risks her life when standing for what is right. She demands that moral justice be carried out. Like Queen Esther, the founding mothers of Wizo decided to take action. They were heroes who stood at the cradle of the inception of the State of Israel and at the threshold of the feminist revolution. They fought for the international recognition of the young state. They lobbied for a strong state. safe in modern Israel, an Israel where all Jews can be absorbed and embraced. They won Jewish women their freedom, empowered them to stand up for who they are, gave voice to the voiceless and hope to the helpless. They are the modern Esthers of our nation and a source of inspiration and pride for all Jewish women. Each one of you here, celebrating her bat mitzvah, can achieve great things. All you have to do is dream, and dream big. One of you can even inspire a generation of women to believe in the self-generating power of love and chesed. One of you can touch the hearts of millions. Don't limit yourselves. Don't compromise. Don't settle for second best. Tap into your potential. You're all so talented, so bright, so motivated, so driven. Have courage to excel, and don't be afraid to fail. If you stumble and fall, stand up and try again. Celebrate life for all its beautiful things. Become curious about life's mysteries. Love life and love people. Trust your intuition. Listen to your feelings. Follow your heart. Explore your God-given gifts. Be excited to discover. Love to learn and dare to experience. Know how to forgive. Teach others what you know. And love God for His never-ending love for you. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Wizo class of 2017.
Good evening, rabbis, parents, grandparents, guests, but most of all, the bat mitzvah girls. I am most humbled to be standing in your presence, addressing you on this most important day. As I watch you celebrating this milestone, I recognize how much you have taught me during these meetings. I've learned the art of listening, understanding, and patience. Through your inquisitive questions in our discussions, I was able to grasp your depth and note your evident thirst for Judaism. I feel privileged to have experienced your transitioning from childhood to adulthood, both physically and spiritually, as your body evolves, and your hormones too. Your neshama, your godly soul's fusion with your body becomes complete on your 12th Hebrew birthday, thus rendering you a bat mitzvah. Torah, lashon hora'ah. Everything in our Torah is relevant in our daily lives. In this week's Torah portion, we read about God's instruction to the Jewish people to bring pure olive oil to be used to kindle the menorah. The Torah uses the word katit lama'or. The olives must be crushed for illumination. By describing the process of producing pure olive oil through the method of crushing, the Torah is conveying an important and eternal message. The essence of every Jew is immeasurably powerful. Throughout generations, we may experience difficult and at times devastating challenges. Yet the purpose of these crushing moments is for our purest, intrinsic abilities to emerge and illuminate the world. It is then when we shine our brightest. I'd like to share with you a personal story with my great-grandmother, who 10 years ago passed away at the age of 106. During the communist regime in the Soviet Union, like many observant Jews at the time, my family risked everything to remain observant Jews. One of the most important Soviet methods of communist indoctrination was achieved by coercing every child to attend public schools, resulting almost inevitably in absolute assimilation. The few who refused to attend were punished by being deprived of vouchers to the most basic necessities. When the communists realized they were failing my family, they appeared on a brutally cold winter night and abruptly expropriated them from their home, leaving a family with 6 young children on the streets of Moscow. All they were wearing were their thin white undershirts, plastic bags wrapped around their feet, acting as shoes, with no place to go. My great-grandmother, Babi Maryasha, and her family made their way to the old, dilapidated shul, seeking some form of shelter, where they remained there for 6 years. With broken windows and cracked walls, it wasn't the most hospitable place to be. They immediately began to designate benches which would serve as the beds for their children. Shula, you sleep under this bench. Rosa, you sleep above this bench. On and on till they allocated all the places of their 6 children. Noticing their children's expression of sadness, my great-grandmother immediately instructed the children to gather around, hold their hands together, and begin to vigorously dance with her in a circle. And round they went. The puzzled faces of her older children said it all. We are homeless. We have no food. We don't even know what will happen tomorrow. Why are we dancing? Her mother Maryasha immediately responded, the communists can try to crush us and break our bodies, but they will never break our spirits. This short signature sentence became the driving force in all her children and over 700 descendants for the rest of our lives. My dear Bar Mitzvah graduates, today is a celebration of the potent, amazing, unbreakable Jewish spirit. As the saying goes, there could be no victory without battle, no peaks without valleys, and no roses without thorns. Luckily, our sacrifices are of a different nature and don't require much martyrdom, but rather a strong sense of Jewish identity in our changing society. Regardless of the challenges you may encounter in the future, large or small, you must always remember their purpose is to uncover your immense potential. May Hashem bless you with wealth and health and happiness and wisdom, so that the joy and pride we all feel here tonight accompany us for the rest of our lives as Jewish ladies, as we illuminate the world and shape the nation of our future amazing Jewish nation where you guys are leading it all the way. I love you. I'm so lucky to have learned with you guys. Thank you.
Since I can remember, I know where I belong.
the entire Wizo-Bat Mitzvah committee, we thank you all. As the girls descend, we ask our guests to please remain seated until all the girls have left the room. Parents and family can meet their daughters at the ballroom, at their respective tables. Good night, and may Hashem bless us all, and let us celebrate for many more years to come. Michelle Sutton,